Little 1-year-old bass, first one to go for it. Hey, and how's it going? So today we're talking about this, the Berkley Choppo. This one's the 90 series. We're going to be doing an upgrade on this bait today, and what we're upgrading is the hooks. There's a lot of complaints about these hooks. You can lose a lot of fish. It's a thin wire hook, and the barbs aren't very big on it at all. So these are number 5 hooks that come on it. So we're going to change it out for some Gamakatsu 2X strong hooks, and these are number 4 hooks. I mean, you don't have to use Gamakatsu. You can use Mustad, you know, whatever your brand of choice is. But for regular round bend treble hooks, this is what I prefer. Now, you want to use round bend treble hooks. You don't want to use the extra wide gap. You may be thinking to yourself you want to, but nay, you don't want to use those, okay? Let me tell you why. Because when a bass goes after a topwater bait, he's hitting it hard and he's slashing at it a lot of times. So if you have those extra wide gaps and the hooks are pointed inward, which are great for crankbaits because you're less likely to get hung on logs, well, you're also less likely to get that bass when he's slashing at it. You got less chance of him catching those treble hooks. That's why for topwater baits, I just use the standard treble hooks. I don't use the extra wide gap. So what you're going to need, you're going to need a pack of treble hooks, obviously, like I said, your brand of choice, and a pair of split ring pliers. Now, I really like these. These are the Texas Tackle split ring pliers, the orange handle, obviously, and you know, versus like the big giant pair of fishing pliers, split ring pliers, because I can get into those small split rings a lot better with these. And also they're spring loaded, and I get a better grip on them. I can work a lot faster with these. So if I get a bunch of crankbaits in or topwater baits or something I want to change out a bunch of hooks, I can do it pretty quick with these. And guys, there'll be affiliate links, Amazon affiliate links down below in the description. All you gotta do is click read more. And while you're down in that area, go ahead and click that subscribe button too to join the channel if you haven't already. So let me move the camera, we'll zoom in, and I'll show you me changing out these hooks and what it looks like. We upgrade them to a number 4 and also show you how small wire the standard hooks are on the Choppo. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this guy out of the box. Now, it says it comes equipped with Fusion 19 hooks. Hang on, let me get that to focus. It's right there, Fusion 19 hooks. Never heard of them. Can't say I've heard of that brand before. I don't know if that's just, I mean, there's been a lot of complaints about these hooks. I don't know if that's just Berkley, you know, trying to go with the cheapest thing they get to keep the price down, or they're just not listening and they just don't care. So go ahead and get her out of the box. This is my first Choppo. I chose the black color just because it seems like on these tannic waters here in Florida, it seems like black seems to work better. But just for comparison, here's the hooks on the El Choppo, or the Choppo, and here's the hooks on a Whopper Plopper. I mean, if you look at the back, you can see the Whopper Plopper has a bigger barb and it has a heavier duty hook than the Choppo here. So that's why we're going to change these out. Now, they say the Choppo has a better sound. We're going to find out as soon as I change out these hooks, and also we're going to see if these, you know, after we change them out, of course we got to test it, right? That's the kind of benefits of having a pond in your backyard. And also we're upgrading these to a larger hook, so you got a better chance of getting a better hook up. And also with a heavier hook, it keeps it weighted down and it keeps it from wanting to roll as much if you got more weight towards the bottom. So we're going to take our little split ring pliers, get the opening just to the right of the hook, and I said these are little split rings, So that's the benefit of having these little pliers. And then we're just going to work the hook off. And off she goes. One down, one to go. And obviously we're going to do the same thing on the back. They got small split rings on here. Here, let's do it by hand. It's actually sliding fairly easy off of that. It don't help. It's the end of October and still a million degrees. All right. So there's our Choppo. Got the hooks off. It's actually got a small rattle in there. I don't know when really you would hear it, because if you were just steady reeling it. All right. Well, there we go. Take the glare off and let it focus. There's the Gamakatsus that I'm going to be using for this. Stouter hook, bigger barb, if I can get my fat fingers out of the way. Here's the Gamakatsu, here's the standard Choppo hook. You see this is fatter, it's also got a bigger barb, so if you get a bigger fish on here, it's going to be a lot more stout and you're less likely to bend them out. Plus, you know, in our neck of the woods you get bowfin, mudfish, and you're trying to shake them off and they can really tear up some tackle, so that's why I'm kind of glad. Alright, now when you go to put your new hook on, pay attention to the eye of the hook and how it sits on the swivel itself. Okay? Because these hooks are made to go a certain way. When it's on the swivel and it's leaning back, you want it to fit right inside the hook, or right inside the bait like that. So this hook's curled out on the bottom. That way you get fish to catch it. Versus if you put it on the wrong way, it's going to go up and it's going to be hitting the bait like this. So we're going to look the way it would fit on here. So we don't want it that way. We're going to get our bait and spin it on this way. So I'm going to set my hook down. Get my split ring pliers back in here again. Just do the opposite of what we just did to take them off. Alright, there we go. Now see what I was talking about when you lay that down? How that sits on there? It's perfect. Looks like it was made to be on there. Maybe that's what they need to start putting on these. Berkley, if you're watching, start putting some Gamakatsu 2X number 4 hooks on these. Stop cheaping out. Alright, even on the tail, it's like I was saying, you want to look how the hook sits and you want that hook to run up. That way when that bass swats at it, you got a nice hook to go up, and these are even. Same thing if he swipes at it from side to side. So you want it to go in that way. There we go. Now I got it on the right way. I'm over here preaching to you guys about make sure you put the hook on the right way. Remember how it goes, and then I mess up. See, everybody messes up. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, I got a rod sitting over here. I'm going to go take this and we're going to put it on a rod, and we're going to go try it out on some bass in the pond. Hopefully we can get one to cooperate with us. If not, I'm saying all this for nothing. But that's the biggest upgrade you can do to this bait, is get you some quality treble hooks and change these out to some more stout hooks with some bigger barbs on them. Alright guys, there it is. Nice new Gamakatsu hooks. I almost said mustad. Let's give the Choppo a whirl out here in the pond, see if we can get a bass to participate. Oh, little 1-year-old bass, first one to go for it. Didn't really expect him to get it though. Oh, that limb got in my way. He came out from that pallet to get it though. Well, you can't always make them bite, even though they're pond bass. They still have their own moods. It's probably because we had a bad storm come through last night. So guys, I apologize. I know Friday's a normal, fishing video, my fishing trip, but all the video footage that I have are of tournaments, and we're going back to those locations, and I really don't want to give away my spots. So please bear with me until, we fish those tournaments back in those areas, and then I can safely put them back up without people seeing it. But that's your little tip. If you ever get any Choppos, upgrade the hooks. Definitely upgrade the hooks. I wish we could have had a bass cooperate, and actually take a bite at this thing. We had some bass take a bite of it. It's just we needed some that were big enough to take a bite out of it. But I have a Swanee River trip coming up. I'll definitely be throwing this. Hopefully we can get some Swanee bass on it, or largemouth, or whatever. I'm going to be throwing this. Bubba's probably going to be throwing a regular whopper plopper. And we'll see who does better with it, or which one they want, I should say. Not necessarily better, because bass are very fickle. Also, just a little update. I have a trip coming up this weekend to North Carolina. When this airs, I'm probably either already there or on the way to North Carolina. We're going to be doing some trout fishing with some family. So be looking forward to that video. Guys, definitely thank y'all for watching. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for being a subscriber. If not, go ahead and join the Dinsmore Outdoor family and click that subscribe button so you know when new videos come up, and also click the bell next to it so you're notified. I'm Joe, this is Dinsmore Outdoors, and remember, we do more than Dinsmore. We'll see you later. Dinsmore Outdoors is proudly sponsored by Bruiser Baits, fish the best. Vexen rods, strike first with Vexen. And Real Gear, make fishing your style.